Yo, what is going on, guys? So, on today's episode, we are going to be talking about modern women essentially being fed up that men are no longer chasing them anymore. Okay, men are not out here courting women, we're not out here chasing them, spending money on them nearly as much as before. And so, a lot of modern women have a problem with this. This video here, the art of chasing doesn't exist anymore. So let's jump right into some of these clips of modern women essentially not being happy that men are choosing to go their own way.
The art of chasing does not exist anymore. The art of proper courting a woman does not exist anymore.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I just want to feel
Like
desired.
a girl, feminine. I want to feel like the feminine energy, not the masculine energy.
And I'll tell you this. I want to feel like if he has me, his eyes aren't wandering, if there's something better. I want him to be like, whoa, you are it. That's fucking amazing. And that's it. I just want to, you know what I want? My type of guy, call me back. That's all I want.
No, wait, they call you back.
Okay,
Yeah,
so here's,
come on.
I'm actually writing a book about a lot of the things that you just said. And the energy, I think, to give off, to get that, because it is rare, but
Yes.
it's out there, is you are lucky to be in my presence.
Ah, yes, of course. So the problem that modern women are having is that men are not chasing them, right? Men are not courting them. And of course, what is the solution, guys? The solution is to be more narcissistic and condescending to men. I can't possibly imagine how this might backfire. And you guys might be thinking to yourself, well, Taylor, surely this is an isolated incident. It absolutely is not. This is an attitude that is adopted by more and more modern women these days, where apparently, in order to get attention from men, you just have to become more of a narcissistic individual. Let me play that back, and then we're going to continue. It's crazy. This woman, by the way, is writing a book on this, apparently.
A lot of the things that you just said. And the energy, I think, to give off, to get that, because it is rare, but
Yes.
it's out there, is you are lucky to be in my presence.
Yep, nothing about being feminine, nothing about being pleasant or having any of the characteristics that men might want, nothing about providing anything of value to a man's life so that they might be interested in pursuing you. No, we don't talk about any of that, guys. We talk about being more of a narcissist. Great advice here. These are the role models for modern women over on TikTok, by the way.
I still, we've known each other since we were 12, give off that energy. Like,
Whoa.
if you go away from me, like, you don't get access to this.
Yes.
You
I like
don't
it,
get
yes.
access to this personality. You don't get access to these boobs. You don't get access to this
No,
witty,
it's
funny,
true.
charming personality. They should be so lucky.
I'm sorry, guys, but anybody who sits there and says that they are witty, funny, and charming, you're not witty, funny, and charming. I mean, this is just absolutely insane, is it not? Like, this woman has, I can't even say some of the things I want to say because I'm just going to get banned. This woman is horrendous, right? Of course men are not chasing you. Of course men are not pursuing you. This is the crazy part, guys, is women just do not understand this. If you are insufferable, which you are, men are not going to want to deal with you. It's ridiculous.
They should be so lucky.
Men are born hunter-gatherers. They are literally the lion looking for prey. And if you're just the gazelle that walks into his mouth, he's not going to want it because he didn't have to work for it. He didn't have to try for it. There's no effort that he had to put in. And I want to be a sprinting gazelle. I don't want to walk
And this
right
is the
in there.
thing. I have to say that Sistine and I were very masculine in our careers. So we're very much someone that loves to be go-getters. We love to plan things. We are the loudest usually in the room with our friends. We have the most jokes. We like to just hold an audience. But when it comes to a relationship, we want that to be taken away from us and have a guy be in control.
Ah, yes, the classic conditional femininity. So you want to go out there, act and behave like a man, but I have to tame you into being a feminine woman. Can we please acknowledge for a moment just how stupid this is? Imagine this, guys. Imagine flipping the script here and saying, you know what? I'm going to be feminine as a man. I'm going to walk around in dresses, wear high heels and things like this. And you know what? If a woman wants me to be masculine, then she has to bring it out of me. She has to make it happen. Women are going to look at you like you're an idiot. Okay, you don't get to conditionally choose whether or not you're masculine or feminine as to whether or not it's going to benefit you. Well, in a relationship, it benefits me to be feminine, but in a career sense and in general life, I want to be masculine. It's like, no, men don't want to date masculine women. I don't care if you turn feminine when he dates you. The fact of the matter is, men are not interested, right? You're not going to have very much success. Say, for example, you're a man, you're probably not going to have the best success advertising yourself to women when you're in a dress at the time. But again, they don't understand this. Let's run it back. Again, guys, nothing more interesting. I wonder why men are not pursuing women these days. Apparently, there's nothing more interesting to men than masculine women. So excited, guys. I'm so excited to go out there and try and date masculine women.
Christine and I were very masculine in our careers. So we're very much someone that loves to be go-getters. We love to plan things. We are the loudest usually in the room with our friends. We have the most jokes. We like to just hold an audience. But when it comes to a relationship,
yeah, that's what I want in a woman who holds an audience. Why the hell do I want the woman who's loud and getting attention from a whole bunch of different people? Like, what is this?
we want that to be taken away from us and have a guy be in control. And so I think that's been the hardest part, is a lot of these guys that we go on dates with, they forget the balance and the dynamic and they kind of give it to us. And unfortunately, it's easy for us to take it.
All right.
No. You don't get to run away with this, right? The reason why the men are letting you lead is because you're taking charge, because you're a masculine individual. You know, you don't even allow men the ability to lead. And just by the way, you start rocking up to dates and things like this, and you give off this kind of this masculinity, the fact that you want to lead, dudes are just going to sit there, they're going to tolerate you, they're going to have bedroom fun with you, and then they're going to leave. That's just the way it is. But anyway, guys, let's continue on to the next clip and see what other silly things these modern women have to tell us.
So I just want to know why the my oil change was $60. $60.
First time?
Okay, so I'm under the impression, okay, and I really think this,
When someone is stating that, from the very beginning, a person knows that whatever is going to follow must be just amazing.
that like pretty should not have to pay for their bills or the maintenance on their car.
I really, quite genuinely, hope that they're joking.
Because I don't know if you guys know about pretty privilege, but people that are pretty just should have a better life than everybody else.
I'm going to say it again. I genuinely hope that this person is not being serious. But the thing to remember is that even if this person is saying these things for a simple engagement, there are quite a large number of individuals that actually share this mentality, in which they believe that by virtue of how attractive a person is, means that they should have to not pay for the things in their life that regular people do. Kind of makes you wonder who's going to be paying for it, doesn't it?
I know that.
Just by the way, guys, which one of you imbeciles gave this woman the idea that she was pretty? like what is it? It's always the women who are, you know, it's like they jump on here, but the thing they don't understand is the moment you say that you're a pretty individual or I'm attractive and things like this, you immediately become significantly less attractive. Never mind the fact that you're sitting here ranting on TikTok about this. And again, guys, this is why men choose not to date these women. I don't care if this is a joke. I don't care if this is satire. Number one, it's not funny. But number two, even if it was funny, a lot of women believe this stuff, guys. They really do. They think that men should just be paying for things simply because we exist. They never ask themselves the question, am I a woman who is worth courting in the first place? That is the neglected question that all of these women refuse to ask themselves. I want a man who does this. I want a man who does this. Men are supposed to engage in these behaviors. Do you know why men used to engage in these behaviors of chivalry, providing for women, courting them and things like this? Is because men used to view women as worth pursuing in the first place. I think a better question would be, hey, what am I doing that is suggesting to men that they shouldn't pursue me in the first place?
But from one pretty the other, the pretty it, and the other people not so much.
Oh, that's nice. But I think we can all take some solace in the fact that time for everyone continues to march on and eventually it catches up.
But all right, let's continue on to the next clip. Hopefully this one isn't as headache inducing, but we will see.
I'm sure you get this a lot, but is there any way I could get your number?
I'm sorry, it's gonna be enough for me.
Why?
I just started dating this girl. It's getting pretty serious. I don't mean any offense by it. It's just that it's getting serious. I don't want to like mess with that at all. So
she doesn't have to know necessarily, you know.
Unfortunately, now you said that she kind of does.
Get your number, and you can, you know, change my contact name, and you know, it could be totally fine.
It's
you
a funny
know,
thought.
you know the drill. You know the drill.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I get that. I'm just like, it's not really my thing. She's been great to me. I'm gonna be great back to her. It's just where I'm at right now. So.
Just by the way, notice how this woman is sitting here saying, you know the drill, trying to get him to cheat on his girlfriend. It seems like he recently got a girlfriend. And of course, guys, men are not allowed to be, you know, say no in these situations without being pressured. Again, one of the many reasons why men refuse to date or interact with a lot of these modern women is because whenever you have a boundary or whenever you have something that you're not okay with or that you don't want to tolerate, then it's like it's some sort of problem that needs to be navigated. Oh, the man said no, but what if I can just change this? And what if I can convince him? And who is he to be saying no in the first place? Doesn't he know who I am? Okay? And the entitlement just comes from absolutely everywhere, guys. Absolutely everywhere. Let's continue.
My thing. She's been great to me. I'm gonna be great back to her. It's just where I'm at right now. So again, I appreciate it. Don't mean any offense by it, but I'm gonna.
Well, I'm
kind
of taking offense by it. I mean, normally when I ask guys for their numbers, they give it to me. So I'm just like a little confused.
This is a prime example of a woman that doesn't understand that this is most men. I said it, most men are good men. But there are so many women out there that believe the opposite. This is clearly one of them because she just cannot understand his answers. And I think that it is clearly reflective of her own values.
Yeah, this is exactly what I'm saying, guys. Men are not really allowed to say no without it being some sort of problem. Notice how she says at the end there, she's like, well, normally when I ask men for their phone numbers, it completely works out. I mean, yeah, of course, most dudes these days, as far as I understand it, are single, but that doesn't mean that they want a relationship with you, and it also doesn't mean that every man is going to say yes to you in the first place. Again, I want you guys to notice just the sheer amount of entitlement that a lot of these modern women have. Again, why is it that men are not dating them? I can't possibly imagine why. Let's keep going here. What is this? People that have rosters. So if you guys don't know what a roster is essentially a bunch of people that someone is sleeping with at any given time.
Have rosters. I'm convinced you guys don't have jobs. I'm convinced you guys don't get enough sleep at night. And I'm convinced you are just not in a healthy mindset. What do you mean you fucking talking to 8 people? Are you okay? Do you need some fucking water? That is the strangest shit to me. What do you mean you're talking to 8 people? There's 7 days out of the week. What's going on here?
Here's the real talk. These days, it's the women who have rosters.
Yep, I couldn't have said it better myself. Most of the time, guys, it's actually the women who are talking to a whole bunch of different people at once. Just, you know, point in case here is the fact that most men can't even talk to multiple women at the same time because most women, like the woman that we saw first in today's video, think that they're above the average man anyway. Okay, the dudes who have all of the options are a very, very small percentage of men. So of course they go around and they see a whole bucket load of women at once. And then of course it is a problem. It's crazy to me, guys, how like a significant number of women can go out here and see a whole bunch of dudes, right? And it's no problem. But when a small subset of dudes do the same thing, they lose their marbles. And the reason why they lose their marbles is because those men are not committing to them, right? They're seeing a whole bunch of women, they're saying no to the relationships, and the women get triggered by it. But speaking of getting triggered, have not seen this clip here, but this woman doesn't look too happy. Let's jump into this one.
Okay, I have a story for you, TikTok, and of course it involves the Facebook Dating Chronicles. Okay, so let's go back to like the end of August, beginning of September.
Stop yelling at me.
Facebook dating, been chit-chatting here and there with these guys. You know, maybe trying to find a husband, but you know, obviously that's not going well, okay? So let's talk about this one guy. So I matched with this guy. I'm just going to say his real name because I do not care. His name is Brian with a Y, B-R-Y-A-N. Okay, again, that's Brian with a Y.
This woman I have to pause this because I'm getting nauseous. This woman has so many damn red flags in just in one quick succession here. I feel like, you know, I feel like I've just smelled a smelling salt or something. I'm just being hit directly in the face. We have so many problems in this video clip. But let me just say this. Of course you can't find a husband, okay? Self-respecting men do not want to marry whatever the hell is going on here, right? Guys, there are so many men who will watch this clip, right? They will see this woman, and the first thought that they will have to themselves is, oh, hell no. I'm not touching this. I don't even want to have bedroom fun with this. It's not happening. It is, you can't convince me to marry this. It's not happening. But okay, our break is over, guys. Resuming, just a warning in 3, 2, 1. Brace yourselves.
Him and I match on Facebook dating. We chit chat here and there, you know. Things are going good. We seem like we have a lot of common interests, a lot of the same things. He's like, hey, can I get your number? You know, if that's cool, I want to text you. Da, 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 da. I'm like, yeah, that's fine, that's fine. He says to me, you won't regret this. Obviously, I regret this because here we are, right? Okay. So anyway, you know, me and Brian, we start chit-chatting, this and that. He's like, you know, I'd really love to take you out. Are you available? We set up a time and date of when I'm available. You know, he picks a place, we get together. Cool. We meet up at this place, real cute, like little lounge, restaurant-y place, cute vibe. Whenever I go on a date, I like to get there a little early just so I can kind of scope out what's going on in the restaurant, where the exit signs, where are the bathrooms, what bartenders look like. You know, if anything happens, I could go to them. Are there security guards, this, that, and the third? I just feel like with dating,
this woman is a complete psycho. She has been on so many dates that she has like this routine where she checks, this is crazy, checks for exits, memorizes bar staff. I mean, what is this, man? Like, what actually is this? No dude wants to date a woman who has been on so many dates that she has an intricate date procedure. Okay? Wow, why is it that men don't want to date me? I mean, here in this video clip alone, we have like 4,372 different separate reasons that are at play at once right now. Okay, you guys let me know in the comments, right? How many red flags are you spotting here? Genuinely, guys, I'm spotting at least like 15. It's insane.
Sometimes you have to make sure that you have all these things in place because there's some psychos out there. So anyway, him and I, we get there, you know, we're chit-chatting. We're having a really, really good time. We are finding we have a lot of common interests. We really want a lot of the same things out of life. We're talking about different goals, this, that, the third. Our values that we want and values that we have are lining up. You know, we find out we both want to get married, have children, have a family. Things are going really well.
Yeah, so she's thinking to herself, I have my simp lined up. I have my sucker who is ready to marry me, ready to have kids with me. And then she got the rug swept from underneath her, and it ended up not being the case, right? Oftentimes when women tell these stories, they will then jump to some egregious social misconduct that the man has done. But usually what it actually means is that they got rejected and they found out that the man wasn't really interested in these things. It's really funny to me, guys, how women will try and, what they do is they sit here and they try and convince you that, well, they have the same life goals and the same interests and blah, blah, blah. But really what it is it's all code for, I have found my simp here. That's really all that it means. These women never really had the life goal of getting married or having children. They could have done that many years ago, but they decided to screw around all throughout their 20s, oftentimes into their 30s, before trying to settle down and have a family. This wasn't even a goal of yours. This was like priority number 57, all 56 before that being an assortment of different men.
So well that we decided to go to another bar after and, you know, sit and chit chat and have some fun to where we didn't even like leave there till they closed. So 2 a.m. It was I think it was like a Friday night, or maybe it was a Saturday night or something. No, I think it was a Friday night. We go out, had a great time. We're leaving.
Oh, shut up.
Things are lining up. Values are, you know, the same. Things are going really good, right? So he says to me when we're leaving, he's like, you know, I really want to see you again. When can I see you again? I'm like, you know what? I had a really good time tonight. I want to see you again tomorrow night, which is very uncommon for me. Like, usually I have to go home, process everything, and think about it. But things.
Yeah, guys, you know, usually when she dates the previous 5,372 different men, her thought process is a little bit different. Usually she goes home and she processes the date. Holy hell. Holy hell. Again, guys, women don't need to process the date if they find you attractive. They just want to see you again immediately. This is just ridiculous.
Things went really well, so I was like, okay, I can see you again. Let's do it tomorrow night. I'm available. So I knew he had a dog that he really, really loved and cared about. So I was like, how about we go to like a dog bar? We can go to the dog bar and we can sit, we can chit chat. He can run around and have fun. We can still continue to talk. Now, let me just back up a little bit. Brian is, I believe he's 30. I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, he's 31. He's originally from the Bronx. He doesn't have any kids. He worked at a hospital. This is just some background information you guys are going to need later on in this story.
Oh
that
my goodness.
So just remember those things. While this is
I've
all
forgotten already.
happening, we're sitting there, we're chit-chatting. And I think it was the first date. I remember saying to him, because we were talking about like past relationships and things that like we've learned out of past relationships that we don't want to bring into our next relationship, different things like that. And
okay, no, guys, I can't do it anymore. Oh my goodness. I'm skipping to the next clip. I can't even listen to this woman anymore. She just won't shut up, man. She just will not shut up. Like, all of this could be said. I guarantee you, if you had a dude telling the same story, he'd be able to finish the same story in like 45 seconds maximum. You would have all of the necessary details, all of the necessary information, and it would be over. Long story short, this woman probably got rejected, she probably got played, and she's mad about it. Let's continue. What is this? Another female podcast. Let's take a listen. You know it's bad, right? When you have more comments than you do have likes on the particular video.
In fact, I've tried really hard to be attracted to men who treat me well. It's boring. It's not only boring, but it makes me feel uncomfortable.
It makes you feel uncomfortable that a person will treat you well. You see, podcast license needs to be a thing because of stupidity like this. They're pushing an agenda that women should accept men who treat them bad.
No. I think it's actually a lot more simple than that. I think that women will absolutely chase the men who treat them poorly. Why are we trying to deny reality here, my man? This is what women want. They want the bad boys. They want the hyper-attractive men who don't give a damn what they think. I mean, this is women just saying what they want, man. It absolutely is. Again, you go out there. Let me rewind it here. If you go out there and you talk to these women and you ask them about their dating histories and the types of men that they have dated previously, oftentimes you'll hear nothing except how terrible the man was in a particular situation. Okay, a lot of these women don't actually respond well to being treated well. They actually can't handle it when a dude comes along and he's respectful and he's kind and he's a provider and he's a carer and things like this. These are the dudes who get used, who get treated terribly, and who then realize that, hey, what's the point of treating these women well when they don't even respond well to it in the first place? Well, let's continue on to the next clip here. This will be the last one of today, and we'll take a listen to what this esteemed individual has to tell us.
Sooner men understand that they should not take a woman into Target with them, the better off they're going to be. When they go in there and they say, I just need one thing, I'm like, are you sure you want me to come in there with you? Because Target is one of those places, Target tells me what I need. I don't go in there with a plan. I go in there with vibes, and Target lets me know. Bad decision to let your girl go with you to Target. Don't do it.
All right, let's talk about this obsession some women have with Target. Here's this woman saying that a man is somehow better off if he never takes her to Target. Why? What's so special about Target that makes it worth avoiding with a partner?
Let me tell you what it is. Oftentimes, women cannot help themselves when they go into these places, and they will just spend a whole bunch of money that they shouldn't have been spending in the first place. It is really that simple. But guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments Make sure you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next episode. Peace.